All right, so reporting back from the library of life, nature. If you can't learn from everybody, you can't learn from anybody. If you can't learn from everything, you can't learn from anything. / no man is your friend, no man is your enemy, every man is your teacher. I've talked about that before, but I'm gonna tie it together, right? So when I say reporter, I go inside and then come outside. Sometimes I go in, sometimes I come out. Go into nature, I come out. And I bring these findings back. You can't learn from everybody, you can't learn from anybody. If we don't learn anything new, we're not gonna grow. The challenge is where we believe the information is. If you can't learn from everybody, you can't learn from anybody. No man is your friend, no man is your enemy, every man is your teacher. Every person that's in your life, every situation that you find yourself in contains within it something bigger than you could ever imagine. The challenge is the finding is reserved for the searchers, not the needers or the wanters, right? So we got to look for it. So this is a new way we got to calibrate our brains to look for the opportunities. Look for the opportunities, look for the bridges and not the barriers. No man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. If you can't learn from everything, you can't learn from anything. If you can't learn from everybody, you can't learn from anybody. So the message is simple. When you're dealing with people, and let me tell you where you learn the most, right? Let me tell you the biggest opportunity to learn and grow is when it's the darkest and it's the most painful, and it's when it's the hardest. That's when you got the most to gain, because the most is on the line. The more you put up, the more you get back, right? So there's freedom in your frustrations, and the things that aggravate you are likely lessons that are trying to be taught to you that you've been avoiding, which is why it gets more complicated. It hurts more. If you can't learn from everything, you can't learn from anything. So the moral of the story is this, and I got to do a story real quick. So boom, my children, right? I used to have this training I used to do when they were kids called tease proofing, right? Because I knew when they get out on the playground and in the cafeteria life, people are going to start teasing them, because that's just life. Kids are cruel, right? But you can't change people. All you can do is change how you respond to people. So we used to do tease training, right? And the black belt for knowing that you mastered your tease proof training was getting teased when you're hungry, tired, and cold. Now, the point of the training was, if you can't execute when it's the toughest, then you won't be able to anytime, right? No man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. You can't learn from everybody, you can't learn from anybody. So the play is this. When you're experiencing yourself in an aggravating situation, stay in it. Let that shit burn, like Usher said. Let it burn. Don't hop out of it. You know what I'm saying? The first instinct is to move out of it instead of stay there and learn the lesson that the experience is trying to teach you. If you can't learn from everything, you can't learn from anything. See, there's lessons that will change your life, but they're places you'd never look. They're in your frustration. They're in your excuses. They're in the pain of growth. They're in that dark place when you're dealing with yourself and you can't blame nobody but yourself. That's where the gold is. That last set on the bench that's the hardest, which you think you need a spotter, that's when it's going to grow your muscles the most. So the moral of the story is this. Life is a school. We're here to evolve our consciousness and learn through a physical experience. And if you're not learning anything, that's why you're not growing. And I'm not just talking about observing shit. Like, I live this shit. This is me analyzing everything and what I've discovered. And so that's what it is. Learn to learn from everything and everybody, because everybody has something to teach you, and every situation has something to reveal something to you about yourself that'll make a difference for you in your life and ultimately the people around you, because that impacts everybody. So that's what it is. If you can't learn from anybody, you can't learn from, if you can't learn from everybody, you can't learn from anybody. If you can't learn from everything, you can't learn from anything. No man is your enemy, no man is your friend. Every man is your teacher. If you like this, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. Appreciate y'all. I'm outro.